Alright, Heavy Metal Universe! Metal4Metal is here to bring you the best metal news right into your ear holes, just like we do every week. We are right in the middle of our 2 weeks of punk here on Metal4Metal. We're really excited about that. We recently just did our interview with Hail by Astronauts right here in the studio.
It was great.
That was a lot of fun.
It was
We
great.
can't wait to bring you guys that video. That's going to be awesome. Thank you guys so much for the likes, comments, subscribes that you guys have been throwing on. We recently did a show at the Tin Roof down here in Charleston. That was awesome. We had a lot of great bands that came out. There's a band called Stardog out of Columbia. They were awesome. So up to you, Stardog. You guys kicked ass. Monsters from Outer Space, they killed it on the stage as well. Every day is Halloween, and fuck that Halloween movie. And then, of course, we had the Gutter Saints. That ruled ass. Gutter Saints were actually on our show on our first episode of Metal Hammer.
Right, yeah.
And they killed it as well. And featuring me as well. So we got those, we'll have some pictures up there on the video and such, and we'll throw some videos on the website and on the YouTube channel for you guys to check out. Don't forget to check out our Metal4Metal Facebook page where you can see all that content that we were just talking about, of course, including almost the whole thing, almost the whole show from the Tin Roof. So that was great as well. Don't forget to check out our Patreon account where you can pledge us $1 for our videos. No, you don't have to do that. You can always come back here and get the free stuff, but we would love for you guys to pledge us $1 or $2. For the guy that said that building a studio is $350 and it's not that much, sometimes $350 is a lot for some people. So up your asshole, guy. So coming up next, guys, we're going to have the Metal4Metal news just for you guys. We're very excited to bring it to you. A lot of cool topics today, including at the very end, of course, we're going to have our last punk topic, because this is our last week of 2 weeks of punk.
It was a great success, I think.
Yeah, I thought we had a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun.
We interviewed some nice people. We got a lot of great comments, and we know next time, to really have some great content to bring to you guys next time we do something like that.
Yeah. Actually, there was a little funny story with that. The video that I recorded actually got lost in the ether somewhere.
Oh. Which one? The Hellboy?
The Hellboy.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, right. I had a problem retrieving that from the ether out there somewhere.
In the interwebs.
Yeah, so I actually had to call some technical support guys, and they worked some fucking mystical magic and brought it back.
Got it.
And
we are going back to the future.
Like I even told Dave today. I was like, dude, we almost fucking lost that shit. Like I was gonna take him out to dinner.
Can you guys come back and do it again?
No, I didn't know what we were gonna do, man. Like I was just like, I was gonna be so embarrassed, but we got it. Don't worry.
Yeah, we try to be professional.
This is in no way professional whatsoever.
That one guy said it's professional.
Yeah, he was wrong.
Actually, I do want to kind of do some a little bit of previews here. In July, we are going to have a band on the Metal Hammer Network. I shouldn't tell you about this. I forgot.
I have no idea about this.
Glam Nation down here in Charleston is going to be on the Metal4Metal show in July. Glam Nation is a badass band that actually used to have JJ Dirt from the Gutter Saints in the band. So Glam Nation said that they would love to do the band. We're also going to have Monsters from Outer Space on the show. Yes.
Well, thanks for telling me now, PJ.
I forgot about it.
Yeah.
So without further ado, I'm PJ Steven, that's Dennis Parker, and we're going to get into the news right
Wait
now.
Wait a minute.
What?
You're actually going through a little bit of a career shift, aren't you? Tell them. No. Because it's 1:30 at night. He's fucking eager to go to bed. Because fuck him. He's got to be up at 9 o'clock. Now, last week.
6.
Okay, 6, whatever.
But okay.
Okay, now last week he had to work a double, right? And so we had to record the show really late. And he was all burned out. This week it was my turn, right? So I just got off a double. I'm fucking burned the fuck out. So I just kind of want to keep him up a little bit longer because
I'm fine. I'm fine with that. But in the equal amounts of who works the most doubles, I think I'm due for a nap. I didn't have a nap today though. I had an hour nap.
About to say, yeah.
But my career change is pretty good.
Tell me about your career change. Well, what's going on with you?
Well, I'm not going to be working in a restaurant anymore.
That's cool.
I'm done with that. I want to put my I think I want to put my talent into something that I actually like doing.
Which is?
Playing heavy metal and working on my music. And then I'm also going to be doing professional wrestling.
Professional wrestling.
I'm really going into training for that. I'm not going to mention his name, but I'm working in a gym down here, or I guess up there in Columbia, South Carolina. to really get some training done and just try and get it done as best I can and try to live my dream. If I don't make it, great, but I have to try, and that's what I'm going to be doing. So I appreciate everyone's support with that. I've kind of kept it in the dark for a while, but this is my last week in my restaurant that I've been working at for 3.5 years. And I've been in food and bev for a little while, and not as much as most people that want to quit right off the bat, but it's time for me to go somewhere else and put my talent somewhere else. It's
cool, man. Like I'm really excited for you to do your thing.
I appreciate that. I really do.
Yeah, I really do, man.
We'll do some metal, and we'll do some Metal4Metal stuff when I finally get able to get in the ring. The
schedule's going to be a little wonky now, but I mean.
Yeah, but it's still going to work. Yeah, it's still going to work.
Out.
The one thing I do care about is heavy metal, wrestling, and our fans. So we appreciate your support all day.
That was one of the things I was thinking. If we ever did some kind of other podcast, like PJ would actually be perfect for a heavy metal or for a wrestling podcast.
Oh yeah, because I have an encyclopedia in my head for heavy metal, but definitely with wrestling.
It's ridiculous, actually.
It's kind of it's rough.
It's
rough.
ridiculous. Like this, whatever.
Hold on, before we get in the news, let's ask: if you could have one heavy metal theme song to come out to, what would it be? Like if you were a wrestler, what heavy metal song would you come out to?
I don't know. I mean,
Come on.
I don't even like wrestling, so
okay, to anything, like coming out to something.
I'll just come out to Rain Blood, I guess. I don't know.
Man, that's lame.
What? Rain Blood's awesome.
Yeah,
what are you talking about?
Shit. Come out to like South of Heaven.
Okay, that would be.
Yeah, see?
That would be kind of cool.
You know, I think I'd come out to. Well, I'm gonna be coming out to Walk on Water by Ozzy Osbourne, which is great. But if I had to like just choose something more like obscure, I guess. But not a lot of people knows what the song is. But, I mean, if I were to choose something obscure, I mean, Angel's Holocaust is great, opens the show, but that would be great. But I've always wanted to come out, actually, Public Enemy #1 by Megadeth. I'd like
really?
that. Yeah, I'd like that. Like,
well, yeah, I guess we could do that.
But anyway, so I just kind of question.
That's cool, man. I'm glad you're following your dreams.
Speaking of Megadeth, that is our first piece of news, folks, and we're excited to announce that per Blabbermouth, Megadeth is getting back in the studio, in November, right?
Yeah, they said it's in October or November.
Okay.
They don't really know, honestly. It's just, it says Megadeth is planning on returning to the studio at the end of the year to begin work on the follow-up to 2016's Dystopia album.
Which I love Dystopia. I didn't like how every song was political. That was kind of annoying.
Right.
But, man, some rich-ass guitar, man.
Right.
And Chris Adler from Lamb of God plays drums on it.
Right.
And he kills it too, man. I thought it was a really nice record. I was into it.
Yeah, it just says we're probably going to go back and start throwing some ideas around at the end of the year. We're thinking about November, December, and actually spoke about it last night. So, whatever, yeah. So.
Well, man, they're on their North American tour right now with Meshuggah, and they're also playing with the Scorpions, I believe, who I love the Scorpions.
Yeah,
well, I think it's just Scorpions. I don't think it's the Scorpions. But anyway, they're playing with Scorpions.
Yeah.
But, man, I still think Megadeth should keep going. I think that Dave Mustaine has calmed down a little bit on his, speaking his political views all the time, and just the way, I think he's calmed down a little bit. I think...
I personally think he should start doing heroin again.
Because that was when the songs were great.
Because that's when it was awesome. Around the beginning of the band, he was fucked up on drugs. And apparently around the Rust in Peace era is when he supposedly sobered up. I'm not so sure about that, because Rust in Peace was fucking awesome, and I think that heroin fueled that. And
because, I mean, even Countdown to Extinction, he was saying that he was, in 92, he was in some stuff.
He's always been in some stuff. I don't...
So you think he should get back? Well, hey man, sometimes that's great.
Honestly, in my opinion,
look at the bands like Pink Floyd and Zeppelin and things that just wrote amazing riffs and songs, like just because they were on drugs. That's just how it goes sometimes.
You gotta do what you gotta do, man.
Yeah.
Sometimes I gotta come into work drunk, get my shit done.
Yeah.
If you gotta come into the studio on heroin to write a fucking classic metal album.
Yeah.
That's what you gotta do.
That's what you gotta do.
I'm
very excited for the new Megadeth album. I hope that they get this. It'll probably drop.
If it's as good as Dystopia,
yeah,
dude.
I think it'll drop summer of 2018. I bet if they're getting in the studio in November, it'll take them, obviously a couple months to bring it out. So I'm excited for that, man. And I wish all the best of that album. And when you're talking about new albums, the first thing that comes to my mind when I'm talking about new albums is Iced Earth. And speaking of Iced Earth, that is going to be our next our next piece of news.
Topic,
with
whatever.
the main dude, Jon Schaffer. We all talk about Jon Schaffer. He's got some stuff to say.
I love you, John. I really do. Even though we pick on you, I really do love you. Okay. Okay. So basically, what this is Ice Earth main man Jon Schaffer thinks that political correctness is killing our species.
And it's hard to disagree.
Okay. So let's go down this rabbit hole, shall we?
Yeah, he asked me, like, because I'm not a big political guy, but he loves politics, and I respect that. And he's like, do you want to get into this? And I was like, we might as well. We got a lot of views on Kathy Griffin, so let's talk about you snowflakes for a second.
No shit. Actually, this morning, there was like a BBC thing going on with the British Parliament, you know,
Okay.
and they were talking about the Tories and all that shit. The British Parliament is crazy compared to American politics. They're just yelling at each other and shit and basically just throwing their piss and shit at each other. It's crazy.
That sounds metal.
It's really cool, actually. You should watch some British politics. But, okay, so basically, Incorruptible was the last Ice Earth album that they're going to be doing with Century Media.
Yeah.
And the whole reason that
Because Century Media is still getting bought out, right?
I don't know if they're actually getting bought out.
Because I know we covered that on an episode.
Yeah, we did cover that. But this is going to be their last album on that, and basically they're going to go solo from now on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is great because a lot of these bands have done that. It's worked out for them so far.
Yeah. So they're going to have complete control of their songs and all that stuff. There's actually been a lot of stuff with Jon Schaffer. He has not been kosher with Century Media for a long time. He's actually had a lot of shit to say about them. But
he kept going back. So they must have done something right.
Right. Okay. So basically, in this interview, he was asked a question that kind of caught him off guard. It was, if you had the opportunity to teach a freshman class in high school or college, what subject matter would you consider teaching and why? That's
a cool question.
That is a pretty cool question.
I would ask like Tom Araya that.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool question. And basically says he would like to probably get them prepared for the real world.
Right.
And
Change a tire, do some taxes, cook.
Something. Right.
Boil a fucking egg.
Right. And he feels that, I feel that the culture has gotten soft. So wimpy. These kids are growing up in a bubble. Like, they have no clue what they're really getting into. The whole safe space zone, maddening political correctness is killing our species. It's creating people who are so weak they aren't going to be able to make it in the real world. The real world can be pretty crazy, I agree. That doesn't mean that we had to be mean or hateful, but you had to in some way have a thick skin, be able to deal with what's going on, what's going to be thrown your way. It's just reality.
Yeah, I mean, like that's one of those things. He's speaking as a realist, and I get that. Because I'm not a fan of political correctness either. I'm not PC at all.
Right.
I don't believe in PC. I don't believe in censorship. And this is going out to you, Facebook. They keep censoring our ads.
They do that.
They do that. Do-do.
Because you can actually say doo-doo in one of our ads, and they will just block it because of that.
Yeah, it's certain things like that. So anyway, like I said, I don't believe in censorship. I don't care if this video gets 1 view, 2 view, 3 view. We're having fun doing it. We're gonna keep going. I mean, we boost it to try and get it all out to the people that love us, you know. But I mean, man, well, we have a feeling that we're doing something right here. So to the 20 people that may watch this video, we're not changing for Facebook because we want more people to view it. And it's the same thing with Iron Maiden not getting any airplay. All right, we dig that, and we dig unpolitical correctness because I'm not into it. I don't do it.
You can basically, I think you should be able to say whatever you want to say.
Yeah.
Honestly, as long as it's in a respectful opinion, you know what I mean?
But I think what you're trying to say is, like, you can be opinionated all you want, but you can't force somebody to
change their views
go
and
from
all
that
stuff.
opinion. Yeah.
Right.
From their own opinion. Yeah, that's not right.
Yeah.
Well, Jon Schaffer, we respect you for not staying PC. And I want to touch. We're gonna be doing album reviews, one-off videos pretty soon. But
I can't wait for that.
I just want to kind of just touch, a small little touch on their new record, Incorruptible. It was mixed by Chris Harris, who used to work for Hatebreed and Queensryche. I think that's awesome, and that's a great combination to have. Is it's the variety of heavy metal. Just wanted to touch on it. When we do the full review on that, I can't wait for you guys to check that out. Definitely check it out. Ice Dirt's new record, and Jon Schaffer, keep on being metal.
Agreed.
Yes, sir. And when we're talking about heavy metal and we're talking about keeping it real, the one thing that you can always keep it real is books and comic books. And there's one band that always keeps it real, and that's Iron fucking Maiden. And the new Iron Maiden comic book is coming out soon, ladies and gentlemen. I think it's gonna be like a 1 through 5, like a 5er, I think. And it's from the company Heavy Metal that does magazines and obviously comic books and things like that. What do we got to say about that?
I mean, you've actually played the video game, right?
Yeah, Legacy of the Beast.
Okay, because apparently this comic book series is going to be based upon the video game, which I have not played.
I hope it's better than the game. Sorry,
I haven't played it.
It was a game. It was a game.
So according to Nerdist, Heavy Metal will unleash an Iron Maiden comic book this summer, based on the role-playing game Iron Maiden: Legacy of the Beast. The comic is set to feature the band's longtime mascot Eddie battling through the worlds of their albums.
Eddie.
So does that even make any sense to you? Like, how was the game?
Well, okay. Well, it's also from the music video "Speed of Light" off their record "Book of Souls." Like, you remember the music video? It was going through like the different parts of the album
right. Yeah.
That's kind of how Legacy of the Beast was.
Right.
And I can't wait for this comic book because it's gonna be great, man. Like there's a lot of bands that are getting on the comic book train. We talked about Metallica's comic book.
They're all doing it.
We talked about Gwars. We've done one on the Slayer one, you know. So we're supposed to be getting Slayer the last issue coming up here pretty soon. But definitely go to your local comic book shop here in the summer. See if you can pre-order it and get it while you can because they're not going to make a whole lot. I know where I will be going. I will be going to Soundwave Comics here in Charleston, South Carolina. Greg, we love you, buddy. Keep on keeping on. So that's awesome. We can't wait for that. I'm a big comic book fan. Obviously, I'm a big Maiden fan. Putting those together is just having my cake and eating it too. Why would you not want to eat my cake? It's in front of you. So our last piece of news is something that is actually near. Oh no! We have one more, don't we?
Sour?
We have one more before you. Yeah, Stone Sour's new song. That's right. They just dropped a new single.
It's called Song Number 3. Song Number
3. They've dropped 3 singles. This is the most recent one, I believe. They actually dropped a music video for it too. It's okay. It's kind of poppy to me.
I didn't like it.
Yeah, he wasn't a fan. It was catchy.
I'm sure my wife would like it.
No, I really don't like it.
Yeah.
No. I mean, it was catchy, but I think I'm honestly I'm more excited for their cover EP that they're gonna drop. No Sleep Till Burbank. But I think that this is gonna be good. I think it's gonna be decent. I haven't listened to the other 2 to be quite honest. I need to sit down and listen to that. But I mean, I've judged albums based on the single that's come out and be like, man, this album's gonna suck. And the album was great, just minus that song. And then vice versa. Maybe that single is great, the album was bad, you know.
Right.
So
we really don't know yet, you know.
Yeah. So what does he say about that? Like, does he say anything about the actual single itself?
I mean, not really. I mean, it's just like Song Number 3 is taken from Stone Sour's upcoming album, Hydrograde, which will be released June 30th on Roadrunner.
Oh, okay. Cool. Wow, that's like... Oh, that's tomorrow. No, that's... Yeah, because it's one... Yeah. It's going to be released tomorrow.
Oh, wow, cool.
On a Friday. Okay, yeah, okay.
Okay, well...
Well, by the time this comes up, hopefully the album will be out. And maybe I'll check it out.
Yeah, maybe I will. Stone Sour singer Corey Taylor previously stated about Hydrograde, "We have 6 singles on this album. I'm really excited. The album is great because it's got elements of everything. It's got the heavy energy of the 80s. There's punk moments. There's hard rock moments. All great music, you know. Even though there's jazz and hip-hop moments, it's really cool." So.
All right, well, I do like variety in albums. Speaking of variety, I'll talk about it after this. But definitely, I'm going to check that out. I like that. I like variety in albums. It doesn't have to be just... Because, look at, Peace Sells, how jazzy that was, you know?
It was.
Yeah. So, not that I've said this is going to be as good as Peace Sells, but, that's an interesting concept. Before we get to our final piece of news, I did want to mention the new Havoc album. Dennis got me on this new Havoc album, and it's fantastic. Really, and it's really it has a lot of variety. The bass kills it. It's great. So definitely check it out. It just dropped.
Conformicide.
And Conformicide, that's it. And then Hang 'Em High is the next song. I mean, it goes on, man. It's a really good. There's a song up there called Master Plan, and that one's killer. So definitely check out Havoc's new record. Yeah. Final topic for the night, guys. We mentioned this for a while. One of my favorite heavy metal projects, Metal Allegiance, started by Alex Skolnick from Testament, is going to be paying tribute to Lemmy and Cliff Burton here at what is it, Metal4Metal? Yeah. Tell us about that, Dennis. I'm really excited.
Okay, so from what I've been reading about this, there's a festival going on. It actually costs about $1,400 a person.
Sure.
To get into this,
easy.
Which is actually about.
It's not very expensive, $1,400. I don't know that.
Which is actually about what Metallica charges for
for
an autograph
handshake.
picture, the handshake and all that shit.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a 4-day inclusive heavy metal destination festival, October 29th through November 2nd, and it's led by Anthrax, Hatebreed, Overkill. Basically, what they're going to do, they're going to be paying homage to Lemmy and Cliff Burton.
Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, Metal Allegiance, man, they do really good. That's why that kind of like band that Chris Jericho is in, started by Alex Skolnick. I mean, David Ellefson's in it.
There's a lot of people right here actually.
Yeah. Okay. Who we got? Gary Hoyt. Tim Ripper Owens is saying for them. Chuck Billy is saying for them. God, man, I can go all day. What's the guy from Death Angel? Mark Osigueda. He's saying for him. I'll probably butcher his last name.
Yeah.
But it's such a good project.
Alex Skolnick saying.
Alex Skolnick, of course. They really bring it well, man. Like they did the EP for We Rock. That music video was fantastic. They just bump it up a little bit and make it heavier. They've done tribute shows where they do Peace Cells and like Kill 'Em All, like pretty much the whole album. I mean, it's good stuff. They have a lot of fun doing it, and they really rock.
Yeah. Okay. So Metal4Metal, I guess, will enjoy luxurious accommodations, and tickets include gourmet meals and all beverages, including alcohol.
That's $1,400.
God. Yeah, I mean $1,400. You better give me fucking.
Yeah, really.
You know what I mean?
Something I just want to mention. I want to touch on this on Metal Allegiance. When we met Testament, I shook Alex Skolnick's hand, and I was like, "Man, I love what you do with Metal Allegiance."
He's actually never washed his hands since then.
Yeah, I haven't.
It's completely gross.
It smells bad. Smell things.
I always smell.
You can smell it from
in
right
my head. I can't get rid of it.
I can't turn it off, Dennis.
Yeah.
So when I met Alex Skolnick, when I shook Alex Skolnick's hand, I was like, "Man, I really appreciate what you do with Metal Allegiance, man. It's so awesome." And Chuck Billy was like, "Yeah, that's his baby." And he said that, and I was just like, "That's so awesome." But I love Metal Allegiance. Definitely check them out. They do such good work, and they appreciate heavy metal, and that's the thing I love about them the most.
Right on.
Great news this week, actually. I'm really excited. A lot of good, positive things. That's the thing you'll see with heavy metal. Not a lot of negative things, I would say. It's mostly positive. And mostly positive. Mostly. And that's going to bring us right into our topic of the week. This is going to be the final topic for it. I'm springing on him, so fuck him. You're going to keep me up, I'm going to spring you a topic.
I've been keeping him. I actually purposely kept this guy up.
And the topic...
Just because fuck him.
It's easy.
He's a lame duck manager. I don't have to take his shit anymore. Fuck him.
It's true. It's true.
All right.
Now, why don't you grab your cigarette and go outside?
Grab your cigarette. Fuck him, man.
So okay. We were talking about punk all these last 2 weeks.
Drink this whole bottle.
We're in the last week of our 2 weeks of punk. We're really excited, and I just want to ask, what band between these two bands?
He's asking a punk rock question.
Yeah. Between these two bands, what band means more to punk rock?
Okay.
Ramones or Sex Pistols?
I would say probably the Sex Pistols because they came first. Yep. Correct.
They did come first, but and I agree with the Sex Pistols. But why do you think they mean more to punk music? I think that the Sex Pistols mean more because the best way to be punk is not trying to be punk. And the Sex Pistols, not only, I mean, they just grabbed guitars and drums and a microphone and started doing their thing.
Yeah.
Ramones are great, don't get me wrong, and I love the Ramones.
The Ramones were a lot more poppy, you know what I mean?
They were, and they were still punk rock, but they embraced that punk rock, which is great.
I
but
mean,
Sex Pistols did it without even trying.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the Sex Pistols
and that's what
came
punk
out.
music is about.
I guess the Sex Pistols just really just came out and they just fucking did their thing, and the Ramones.
If you're trying to be punk, you're not punk.
That's true.
And I think that's what the Sex Pistols did.
That's true.
And I, you know, I used to criticize the Sex Pistols all the time. I was just like, God, that's not very good. And I think I've come to a conclusion. It's not supposed to be that great. It's punk, and that's the music. And in that aspect, it is great, you know. And the lyrics are punk. I mean, I have to say Sex Pistols, and I agree with you when you say that. But I've been thinking about that question for a little while now. I think that those are the two, and there's more, of course. And maybe the Misfits, you know, should I maybe throw into that category? But I think the Sex Pistols are the most important band in punk history, and I don't think there's a lot of people that would disagree with that. There's others that could be in there, you know, but I think, and I've learned a lot from the interviews that we've had with Hal Bob and with Rick and Stacy, you know, but just definitely check those out.
The Hal Bob one's really good.
Yeah, and I've learned a lot from all those guys, man, and I really appreciate that. And I have to say, you know, what I've learned the most is that punk music is about freedom. And it's about, you know, some people will agree that it's just about letting yourself go, do your thing, don't worry about anything else. And to me, that is punk rock. And I've learned a lot about that. So what does punk rock mean to you? Heavy metal is more, to me, about you're trying to be heavy metal. You're going to fucking go out there and rock it. You're going to... But punk music is more... well, we're going to play for 30 minutes.
Yeah, fuck off, all right.
Yeah. And I want to know, what does punk music mean to you? What does it mean to your kind of genre? Do you think that punk rock is important to you? Because I think it's important to all genres of music because it's the total opposite of most music, because you actually try with most music.
Right on.
Whereas punk, you don't. So I definitely want to hear from the fans. What does punk music mean to you? Have you enjoyed these 2 weeks of punk that we've been bringing you? Should we give you more next time? Should we do a 3 weeks? Or I'm also thinking about in July doing 2 weeks of glam, because I am an '80s fan at heart. I still
a lot of stuff on me.
I still don't know what an unskinny bop bop is from Poison, but maybe some glam bands will be able to tell me. Don't forget to check out our Facebook page. Keep on giving us likes up there. We're at over 100 now, and I'm very proud of that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
We appreciate that very much. Don't forget to subscribe on our YouTube page. Let's get it up to 100 subscribers, and we'll do something crazy. We'll tear down the house.
I am so tired right now.
So please get us to 100 subscribers. We would really appreciate it, guys, so much. Don't forget to check out our Instagram account, ran by my girlfriend Lauren, who I think is doing a fantastic job. So check out our Instagram account. We appreciate that so much. We appreciate you fans, whether it's 1 or 5 people watching our videos or 100 people watching our videos.
I think there's actually just half a person.
Yeah, maybe there's half a person. We appreciate you guys so much, and we're going to keep bringing you the heavy metal. And again, I'm PJ Steven. That's Dennis Parker. We are ending our 2 weeks of punk. We're going right back into our regular scheduled program. Don't forget to check out our Metal Hammered shows that are coming out. We might have another Meets Metal that's coming onto the set pretty soon.
We have a lot of good ideas.
We have a lot of great ideas. Our one-offs are going to be soon with our album reviews. I want to hear, what albums would you like us to review? Our first one will be the new Iced Earth record, Incorruptible. But we're not opposed to doing albums from the past, of course. So please tell us, what albums do you want to hear our opinions on? What albums do you think you could use a little bit more insight on? We're definitely with that. Again, I'm PJ Steven, that's Dennis Parker. This has been, of course, Metal4Metal, and we appreciate you guys. All of you are, of course, heavy fucking